Hello everybody. I wanted to hop on here to give you guys a quick update because I've been gone from YouTube for a little while now and I am finally in a little bit of a place to come back. And so I just wanted to update you kind of on where I've been, what I've been up to, all of those kinds of things. I received so many kind messages over on Instagram, even on TikTok, comments on YouTube asking where I've been and if I'm okay. And I just really appreciate all of you for giving me space, encouraging me to take some time for myself. But I did take a step back from YouTube because around 2 months ago, I started experiencing some pretty excruciating pain. And I have been in pain before. I have had concussions, I have broken my finger before. Last November, I got like 7 stitches when I practically ripped my pinky off of my hand. I would say that I have a high level of pain tolerance, and this pain sort of came out of nowhere. And so when I went to go see my doctor and I was describing my pain, we didn't really know what was going on at first, and he said to go to the dentist because it did sound a little bit more like dental/nerve pain. And the pain that I was feeling would wake me up at night. I was not sleeping well. It would kind of radiate on this side of my head, and I was trying to not get too ahead of myself. I think sometimes when we experience pain in the past, I would go down like the MD Google rabbit hole and just scare myself or think that I was dying or something like that, and it was very, very scary and I didn't want to do that. And so I was relatively calm, but I did go to a dentist, and the first time they did an x-ray and they couldn't find anything. They didn't see an infection, they didn't see a cavity or anything like that. And so I basically got told that I was grinding my teeth, which was causing a lot of pain and headaches and aching, and I was sent off on my merry way. But deep down, I knew that that wasn't true. As somebody who has experienced dental pain before, I knew something way worse was going on than me just grinding my teeth, but I did what I was told and I got a mouth guard. I wore it every night and it literally did nothing. My pain would still wake me up in the middle of the night like clockwork. Every 4 hours I had to be taking ibuprofen, and I ended up taking so much ibuprofen because of my pain that it literally was causing damage to my stomach. I was not feeling very well at all, and I ended up having some symptoms that were quite scary when it comes to like my gastrointestinal health, which when I spoke to my doctor, he told me to stop taking ibuprofen immediately because he thought that if I continued to take it, that it could lead to stomach bleeding and issues with my intestines and things like that. And so anyway, after I went to the doctor and I went to the dentist and I followed his recommendations, I went back 2 weeks later for another appointment because the pain was still really, really present. And it was getting in the way of everything. It was getting in the way of eating. It was getting in the way of sleeping. It was getting in the way of my work. And I could not focus on practically anything, and to the point where I was doubled down in pain, crying almost every single day, which didn't help the pain, but it felt so frustrating. And for the past 2 months, I've been in pain every single day. And taking some sort of pain medication and pain relief was the only thing that I could do to get by. And the pain medication was making me feel worse in other ways, but better when it came to the specific pain that I was experiencing. And I am somebody who, in my family, migraines and headaches are something that are genetic. And so my dad suffers from really bad migraines, so does my sister, and I have as well practically for my entire life. And migraines in general for me happen once a month, once every 2 months, something like that. I experience it a lot when the temperature changes and like altitude changes and things like that, which is why I don't really love traveling that much or being in a plane or things like that. I find that it really does affect my head and the pain, which then affects my mental health. And so my mental health, with all of the pain that I was experiencing, had also taken a little bit of decline. But anyway, jumping back, I went to the dentist a second time, and then they did a more in-depth exam, I guess I can say, and they realized that I had a tooth that was pushing and was very close to a specific nerve that was creating so much pain. And I don't really understand the whole logistics of everything that is going on, mainly because I was in so much pain when the dentist was explaining to me that I feel like I was just zoning in and out, not of consciousness, but of just being present with them. But Earlier last week, we did find out what the issue was. And so I do have a minor surgery this upcoming Friday. So 2 days, I think, from when this video is being released on my YouTube channel. So I do appreciate everybody's, thoughts and all of those kinds of things. Positive vibes, all of that good stuff. But it is a very minor surgery that is basically going to help relieve the pain that I've been feeling. And I think that what they're doing is killing the nerve so I don't feel in pain anymore. Again, I don't know the full medical explanation, but what I do know is that the pain was being caused from a nerve in my mouth. And so I do have that surgery on Friday, and after Friday I will hopefully not be in the same amount of pain that I have been experiencing on and off for the past 2 months. And I had taken some time off of work as well, not just YouTube, but also coaching. And this time originally was for 2 reasons. Firstly, my baby nephew was born, and so I am officially an auntie, which makes me so excited. I'm over the moon. Him and my sister, they are both healthy, happy, all of that good stuff. But I also wanted to figure out what was going on, and so that's when I had a lot of appointments scheduled for my doctor, with my dentist, trying to just figure out what this pain was. And unfortunately, during that time, I got COVID. And so I was experiencing all of this pain, and I still had that nerve pain that I was feeling. And then on top of that, I had COVID, and I had made it this entire pandemic without ever having COVID. It was my first time, and I had gotten all of my boosters. I had all of the shots, everything like that, but it was really brutal. And I was out for basically 2 weeks of sleeping 14 hours a day, really feeling so horrible, really having difficulty breathing. And I had a symptom of COVID that made my headaches so bad, so incredibly bad. And so I was just experiencing a lot of distress, and to be in pain every single day, multiple times a day, and to be woken up almost every single night in pain was so incredibly exhausting and taxing on me, which is why I took quite a long break from YouTube while I've been trying to figure out what was going on medically. But now I do have, like I mentioned, that small surgical procedure on Friday, and I'm so excited to be there. Listen, I don't really love the dentist. I don't know people who do love the dentist. I feel like most people don't, but I'm just glad that I'm going to be seeing a specialist, that they know what they're doing, and that they know how to stop my pain. That is all that I care about. And when I am not in pain, I'm so much more like myself. And so I am going to be coming back to YouTube. I know a lot of people have been asking me when, and I know that my videos do provide a lot of, safety and comfort for people. And so these past 2 months have been really hard for me, but I've been leaning on my support, some of my best friends. Shout out to Kira and Jess, I love you guys. But this sort of pain is something that I would never wish upon anybody. But I just wanted to hop on here. I know this video is not gonna be super edited. I will definitely cut out my ums and uhs and my, stares off in the distance as I try to think of what I wanna say. But I just wanted to come on here to give a quick update to let everybody know that I am okay, that we do know what the issue is, and that there is a solution to this, to where I can be much more like myself and come on YouTube and post a lot more frequently, because I'm so excited. I miss talking to you guys. I miss posting recipes and giving some advice and just showing up and sharing little bits and pieces of my life with all of you. And so I just wanted to say thank you so much again for all of the wonderful messages, people checking in on me, people sending me photos of their dogs and animals and everything like that to sort of pick me up and give me a little serotonin boost, which I appreciate so much. And as soon as I found out that there was a solution to my pain, I feel like a lot of my mental distress kind of went away to a certain degree, because I was so stressed not knowing what was going on. My doctor didn't know. The dentist that I went to the first time, it felt like I was being gaslit, because they were saying that I was just grinding my teeth and that's where the pain was coming from, when I knew that it wasn't that. My pain was really radiating on one side. It was causing migraines. I checked the list of symptoms for grinding teeth, and I feel like I just didn't fit any of them. And so to go into that dental office and be told that this is what you're feeling and to be sent off my way was kind of discouraging, and I felt a little bit gaslit to a certain extent. And I did not really advocate for myself in that moment, and usually I'm really good at advocating for myself, but when it came to that, I think the pain that I was feeling and feeling slightly intimidated with the way that this specific dentist was talking to me, I don't know, I feel like I just swallowed all of my words and my demands and things like that and just kind of accepted whatever it was. I was willing to try anything, and if that meant wearing a mouth guard every night, even though deep down I knew that that wouldn't solve the problem, I was willing to try it. And now that we have like a course of action and a cause and a solution and everything like that, I'm feeling so much better. And you can definitely expect to see me pop in on YouTube a lot more frequently. I'm just so excited to be back, you know, for fall time, for cozy recipes. And if there are some videos in particular or topics that you would like me to sort of speak about or broach on or include in little vlogs or anything like that, just let me know in the description down below, because I'm so excited to come back very, very soon. But again, thank you so much to everybody who's reached out. I am okay. I can't wait to see you in my next video. And yeah, make sure to do something kind for yourself, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, friends.